Hola, mi gente. Guess what? Giving you the rice and beans. Know what I mean? What up, Salam?
Hey. What happening, man? It's your boy Carly Parshon. Little paint where it ain't. Little seasoning with some reasoning. We got one of our folks up in here, man. We've been trying to get them in here for a minute. Tell the people who you is.
Hey, man, it's your boy Positive B. White. What's cracking? Glad to be here. That's what's up. Yo, and as always, man, the God, Nickel City Flex, man. The original Rule Intellect. Sitting in with my brother like no other. The 18th. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The 18th, man. He had to take a little break. It's all good, man. We need them breaks, man.
Oh, absolutely. I ain't
Get
mad
in
at
the
it.
group, man. So, man. First off, we're going to jump off with some things. Usually we jump right in the beat. We got some stuff on the docket we need to take care of real quick. First off, by the time y'all see this, voting started Monday.
That's right.
Early voting started Monday. Get out there. Do your part. We need you to get out there, hit them polls.
Yes,
this
sir.
more important than that presidential one. Get out there. It started. It's in motion. Let's get it. That's number one.
Amen.
Number two, let me get some of that sauce right there. Yeah, that sauce right there.
I'm Mr. Wayne.
Mr. Wayne sauce, man. I'm telling y'all about this sauce. If you watched last week, you seen the bottle satin up there. You seen the bottle, but we didn't talk about it.
Right.
I'm going to tell my experience with this bottle. And I know they got a nice little history with this bottle. I'm from Atlanta.
Okay.
My dad can cook some barbecue. He get down. You can attest to that. Anybody that eat his barbecue, that when Mr. Frank cooking again? So I don't buy barbecue because I'm used to, I will say I'm spoiled when it come to that.
Right.
Because I've had some barbecue and I was like, oh, this is terrible. You know? So when they was telling me about this sauce and they was like, oh, you gonna like it, you gonna like it. And I'm in my head, I'm like, look, I'm used to my dad's stuff. You know what I'm saying? I tasted it. That's some good sauce.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
That is my testimony.
Okay.
I'm sticking to that. Is some good sauce. Y'all need to get that sauce. Y'all saw it. What we call it again?
So good.
So good
Yeah,
sauce.
so good you don't need no meat.
Dang.
Mr.
All
Wayne. Shout out to-
platforms. Yeah.
Shout out to the OG Mr. Wayne, man.
Mr. Wayne, man. Y'all
Appreciate
get
that,
that
brother.
sauce, man.
And he in stores all over right now,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Like I think he just said he expanded to like 64 stores. All
That's a big
western and
shout out.
southern Mississippi. I know he got Alabama. Recently he just got up in Ackworth, so it's a store up in Ackworth. I know he down at the Little Giants on Highway 85.
Yep.
So if you're locally in the Atlanta area, trust me, man, you won't be disappointed, man. Mr. Wayne sauce, man, so good.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Mr. Wayne.
Definitely.
I'm gonna use some tonight, Mr. Wayne. I'm barbecuing tonight. I don't want competitions with this sauce right here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Yeah, that sauce is for real.
And I want to give a shout out too to elderberry and syrup from last week.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Have you tasted it yet? She was saying it tastes
Not
good.
yet.
Yeah.
Definitely for your immune system and in a
DJ
season
know
right
that.
now where you could use that for health benefits. Definitely.
We need to be boosting our immune system. We
Yeah.
need to be doing things instead of worrying about vaccines. We need to be doing the right thing and make sure we got strong immune systems in that elderberry, man. Shout out to DJ Know That, my
Yeah,
girl.
DJ
Derek,
know
man.
that. Derica. She came through last week,
Came
man.
through with that.
Great
Y'all
show.
check that show.
Yeah. My mom needs some too. Just so you see. She already hit me. My mom needs some.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, we got one more thing on the docket.
What's that?
We had this little thing called a book club.
Oh man. I don't think they want none of that.
We had a lot of people that bought the book and was reading the book.
You right.
I seen it.
What book was that? Give him a shout out real quick.
It was called The People Factor by
Van Moody.
Dwayne Moody. We read the book. We set up a date and a time when we was gonna do the Zoom. Outside of the soundproof hunger room, Miss Shuki Taylor
Naylor.
Naylor,
yeah.
was the only other person that came in. I got a lot of excuses, a whole bunch of I forgot this and that.
And Marlon.
Marlon, that's right.
Oh yeah, Marlon.
Marlon chimed in. Appreciate that, brother.
Appreciate that, Marlon.
Thank you, brother.
That's right.
We want participation. We're not just doing it just for us. Like, this whole thing is about like minds being able to talk about a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
We read the book. We pushed through it. And if y'all was there, y'all would have heard what we had to say about the book. Now, I'm going to ask y'all, with this next book was the four agreements. That's the next book we're going to jump into. Now, one of the questions that came up is, should we do like a weekly discussion just to keep everybody abreast so it's not just one big shot? So I'm asking you all to comment or, any kind of suggestions on how we should do things differently in order to have more people participating in the conversation of the book. Like, we know we're going to read the book, but a part of the best part is the interaction and how we discuss it with other people. So let us know. Put the comments in there. We want a little bit more participation with this book club situation. So
definitely.
And on a real shout out to Van Moody, man. Your book was definitely very preachy at first.
Yeah.
I had some parts that it was kind of tough to get through. But I'm not going to lie to you, man. It was parts of your book that actually talked to me and spoke to me, man. I definitely learned from it, man. Even though it was a tough read at times because it was so preachy.
Yeah.
And I expect that coming from a preacher, but it definitely, it was some things in there that I took from, man, and I appreciate that, man. And shout out to Miss Ebb for recommending it.
Shout out to Ebony.
Yeah, appreciate that, Ebony.
Thank you.
I talked to her personally. She had some stuff going on, so I kind of let off the hook. But I told her, don't do it again.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
He's the boss.
Even though boss. Overall, I liked it. You ain't get no more.
Right.
I got to be Ralph today. I ain't get no more.
I think if I would have known he was a preacher, man, I would have went into it with a different mindset.
Yeah.
But I think
I probably would have too.
I think everybody would have. But
I took some good cues out of it. But, after that chapter 12, bro, I was in the congregation. He was straight preaching. I felt just like church.
Bible study.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
It's
Early and late.
Apply.
Like I got the meat. The meat was good, but that I'm really not a fan of rye bread and that cheese. I don't know what that cheese was.
Look at this guy. What's wrong with him?
Shots fired. Shots fired.
But definitely, man, from like all 20 members that voted on this thing to participate, we definitely want that participation in this second one. I understand people have lives outside, and they handle in business and whatever. So me personally, I wasn't expecting a big turnout, but just a little more engagement would have been cool. Right. But I think this one will be better, a lot better.
I'm sure it will.
And you might have lost a lot of people once they opened it and read a few chapters. It was like, I'm putting it down, dude.
He was
I can't.
Remember,
I
showed you in my book, and I was like, I highlighted.
He was making notes in it. And stuff.
I was like, just to remember how bad that was.
Yeah, I did that too.
Yeah,
but I took it a step further. I was questioning some of the Bible stuff in there.
Oh, all right. I found out a lot about that stuff too.
Yeah. We did talk. We talked about that. We talked about that already. In the Zoom, we talked about it.
I should have recorded it and posted it. That'd have been cool.
That would have been
good. I guess we'll learn to do that. We still learning.
I'm still
That's
learning.
why we just want to get it out there. Look, don't be scared to fail.
Preach on that, brother.
Fail forward.
Fail there you go.
Forward.
Positive B.
Positive B.
Fail forward.
Chopping jewels this morning.
I know we got to get you to read the next book with us.
All
right, let's do it. All right.
And what's the date though?
You have to ask
December 19th.
Don't look at me. I'm
Is
just
it the
sitting in the
19th?
seat.
Believe it's the 19th, y'all. 19th. Yeah. Get that book.
December
okay?
19th.
That's when we starting?
Yeah.
I know. I ordered it. So.
I hadn't ordered it.
I think it was like $7 on Amazon.
I don't even. It's not even. It's like $7. I don't even think it's that long.
I think it's a quick read too.
I think it's a quick read.
So.
After this, can I have a say though?
I ain't reading on Ratchet.
No. I want a book with pictures in it. I need to read some with some pictures in it, okay?
Green eggs and ham.
Y'all think I'm lying. I need pictures. Let's do it. What's up, y'all?
Dude on the coloring book. Man, be white.
I'm with
You
you,
ain't gonna do that to me.
Hey.
You ain't gonna do that to me.
Oh,
Thank you, my
some
brother.
some nice pictures in there, brother.
Yes, sir. I need
great.
some
Big
photos.
pictures.
Big ones. Big
Uh-huh,
ones. With a
big
large font. Anyway, go ahead, man. You good.
Man, thank you for coming in, man.
Man, thanks for having me.
Long time coming, man. Shit, we've been chasing you about. Well, I can't even say we've been chasing you because you was chasing us too for it's been about 3 months now.
Yeah, man, trying to get them schedules right.
Yeah, man. It is what it is. But man, tell the people a little bit about who you are and what you got going on.
So basically, I'm Positive Be White, man. For all who don't know, I run an advertising company called Positive Passion and Motivated out here in Atlanta, where we highlight individuals and companies staying positive and following their passion. That's it.
Man,
Short and sweet, baby.
That's what's up.
that's awesome.
Yes, sir.
Now, how you come up with that? Like, where did you start? Start off with your humble beginnings here in this great city that you and I call
Yes, sir.
home.
Yes, sir. What's up, Flex? You all right over there, Flex? I see you good. You need some water?
Yeah, I do. I got it. The dirty version.
So yeah, I grew up here in Atlanta, born and raised. I attended Stevenson High School. It's out in Stone Mountain, Georgia. Played sports growing up. Played sports in high school, basketball, ran cross country. Went to school, got my degree, and actually in 2014 is when I founded Positive Passion and Motivated. So that's when the magic happened. But the company was thought about years ago. 2014 is just when everything came into fruition.
Okay. And what pushed you to want to start that company?
Really just something to leave behind. Like when I'm not here, I wanted something that would outlive me. So when I'm, 6 feet under in the ground, I wanted something that can just continuously outlive me and continuously keep my name going.
Give him some shots for that. Can we get a couple shots?
You want a couple shots for that?
Yeah, man. That's important. Like real talk, that's important to build something that outlives you, man.
Yes, sir.
I mean, our time on
that's it.
Earth is limited, extremely. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
you always want to make sure that whatever it is that you did here, man, leave your footprint.
Yeah.
You know,
Especially
And I respect
nowadays.
that. I respect
Especially nowadays with the COVID, man, because people are dropping off like that. So it's very important to have something left behind if that does happen.
Facts.
I know you see people come out here and they be super modest.
Yeah.
You don't just do advertising with this company, man. You out here helping people. You out here putting people. You literally promoting people, but also helping in the sense of underprivileged kids or people that you see are really striving to do things, and you step in and help where you can. Like you being real modest right now, but I'm gonna have to blow you up. Blow you up. So, I mean, go ahead, talk a little bit about some of those things, like what you were doing in the program you had with the kids and the shoe program and all of that stuff.
So mainly my focus is, especially with kids, is grabbing them early and reaching them, reaching back, grabbing the kids and pulling them up, highlighting what they're doing, educating them, and just trying to be that big brother to them so they have something to look forward to. So that's the main thing, man. Just grabbing them early. And then me and you did some things, you know what I mean? So just grabbing them early and just being that big brother to them and letting them know that they got that big brother that they can call and look up to.
Yeah, I think everybody need that just coming
That's
up.
dope.
Especially if you don't have a male figure in your life, man. That's real important, real heavy.
Absolutely.
Now I'm gonna jump to the big names. First, I'm gonna jump to the big names. You was working with the Falcons and the Hawks. What was your positions in those arenas?
Well, with the Falcons, I worked specifically in PR. So what I did was I interviewed players, and I basically set players up with the media. So if the media wanted to talk to a player, I would pull the player aside and assign them, logging in to let them know that, hey, this company, this news media outlet wants to speak with you. We set up a time, and I was in charge of doing that. And then also another cool thing I did was, you guys familiar with the game day brochures? All of y'all been to the game, right?
Yeah.
So the game day brochures that people, look at, read, and throw away. So
Right.
we specifically help
work on those.
Okay.
So we would interview those players, and then a lot of the players had backstories that people didn't know about.
Sure.
Like some players, they play other sports. You know what I mean? And one particular was Harry Douglas. His brother was actually in the NBA. So it's a real cool story to be able to share his experiences with his brother playing in the NBA. Because if he wasn't playing football, he would fly out and go watch his brother's games with his parents. So it was real cool, man.
Didn't know that.
And then as the Hawks, I was actually a brand ambassador. So basically, I got a lot of stuff. I got the ability to hand out a lot of shirts and shoot those shirts out at halftime, setting up equipment.
Oh, man.
It was real cool, though.
The hat is fly.
Yeah.
What size is that?
Yes, side.
I like that.
So street mentality, man. It's rubbing off on everybody.
Yeah, dang.
That's a replay from earlier. Y'all don't know about that. But I appreciate that, man.
That's what's up.
Man. Yeah. That's dope.
Man.
Why y'all ain't never shooting no shirts up in the 400 section though? You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I can't get low. You know
I'm
what
be
I'm saying?
honest with you, Chris. It's hard for that thing to shoot all the way up there, man.
Golly.
It's
Shoot,
hard,
when
man.
you standing up that high, you stand up, you feel like you finna fall over.
That's
You trying to
it.
catch the shirt, I'm gonna be tumbling down. They gonna be calling Echo 1 to come pick us up.
I know that's
Damn,
right.
I'll never shoot
You
them
ain't
up
paying
here.
for the seat. You can pay for
Right.
shit.
I know. Bro. That's the only way I can afford the concessions to sit up there.
Oh, you trying to eat and drink too?
Yeah.
No.
Can't have both,
no.
Crespo. You can't have both.
That's when you bring mama with the big purse.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
At the bottom compartment. They check their little top of the purse
Right.
now. You got to have that bottom compartment.
What's in the big purse?
Oh, you get them little miniatures up in the
Oh,
bottom.
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Tacos, drinks, cheeseburgers.
All that
Oh,
right up in the bottom.
okay.
That aluminum foil, your best friend, but leave that.
You gotta love black and brown.
Yes,
We make it work. We make it work.
Yeah.
Leave that.
Okay, I'm learning.
Minimal
I'm learning.
funds.
All right, okay.
Yes, indeed, man. B, you also work with Earl Lloyd.
Tell them people.
Yeah, I'm not gonna tell him. I'm gonna let him tell him because you
Give us
worked
some
with him
story
and
on
you
that,
did a
man.
lot with that.
Okay, for those who don't know who Earl Lloyd is, Earl Lloyd was the first African American to play in the NBA. So basically, I worked alongside his son. His son is Kevin Lloyd, who runs his foundation. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to get a stamp, a commemorative stamp for him with the U.S. Postal Office. So I've done a lot of advertising work with him and promoting that and providing awareness of who Earl Lloyd is. So, and I have a lot of fun with that, man. Earl, he was a very important dude, very significant dude, especially with us watching NBA right now. It's important to highlight the trailblazer who, really got the ball rolling on that.
Yeah.
That's dope. Let me ask you a question. How is it that the people watching right now can help you with that? Because I understand, Big Slim. Shout out to Big Slim, man. His
Slim.
pops,
Trip.
But how is it that we can help you with that?
Man, the main thing is just providing awareness. So if I post a video talking about who Earl Lloyd is, just sharing it. And then the good thing about it is it's free.
It don't even cost you nothing.
It don't
You hear
cost
that?
you nothing.
It don't even cost you nothing. All you got to do is click and like, share, and all
That's
that stuff.
it. Just drop
Push
a little
it.
comment on there, you know what I mean? But the main thing is just to share it and provide awareness, because we needed to, when you hear the name Earl Lloyd, you need to say, oh, man, that's the first guy who played in the NBA.
That's right.
And
First black guy.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's what we're trying to do, just simply provide awareness. So when you hear that name, you know that, oh, yeah, that's the first black that played in the NBA. That's dope. That's what we're trying to do.
You got your hands all over. I was like, man, why are you hanging with Slim all the time? Like, Slim, what is he doing? And then
But you
I
know
saw
the
the
funny
stuff
That
coming out.
dude, though. Slim
Yeah.
OG, man. I don't know if
funny
y'all
dude.
know,
But a
man.
lot of people don't know.
Right. You're right.
A lot of
Yeah,
people,
right.
a lot of people
Slim
don't know
OG.
who he is, and he's history. You know, he's walking history, and a lot of people don't know. But when they find out, they be like, "Oh man, I didn't even know."
And then you would see some of the pictures with him with all of the Hall of Fame and all the, some of the greats, and you'd be like, "Oh, that's who that is." And really, he was one kicking in the door for her. So that's
Shouts out to
what's up.
Slim. Shouts out to Big
big up
Slim.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. To the OG.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. He's a funny dude too. Man.
Absolutely.
Man, he funny.
Real funny. Y'all don't even know, man.
Oh
I got
man,
a story about him, but it ain't for here.
it ain't for this.
I'm curious, who drafted Earl Lloyd when he came out?
It's actually it changed. It was because he played with the Pistons. That's who he retired with and coached with.
Or retired and coach.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I think he won a championship too.
The draft was different back then, though. Wasn't
Yeah,
it? It
so
was a different type situation.
It was totally different back then. So it's
They
not
had
like it is
regional
now.
stuff back in the day. Like, so you had your area. That's
Okay.
why. That's why certain teams were a lot better than other teams because they had the areas that had the best talent.
Right.
Yeah, I know that from NBA history.
And I would have hoped I would have been in the area who had all the talent so we can win everything.
Yeah. It's
For sure.
It's the reason why some of our Hall of Famers that sometimes the young kids be like, well, he ain't
Right.
playing against nobody. It's the reason
Right.
why them cats in Boston, they be like, man, I mean, you was getting everybody from how you get Frisco as an area.
Right.
When they had all the, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Yeah, that's
like
true.
how you get those, like, how you get that?
Yeah.
There was a lot of politics in the game back then.
Absolutely.
But still, shout out to everybody that was trailblazing during that era.
Absolutely. And then a lot of people don't know Chuck Cooper was the first person to get drafted. So it was 3 of them. You had Nat Clifton, Earl Lloyd, and Chuck Cooper. But Earl Lloyd was the first to play in the NBA game. Chuck Cooper was the first to get drafted. So those are two important
Okay.
things
difference.
to exactly.
Okay.
To
Make sure you
realize.
understand what it is.
Right.
He actually played. He was the first one out there. First one I was out there dribbling the ball and saying, I got this, B.
Absolutely.
Right.
He had that
Awesome.
positive B white attitude then.
Yes, sir. And the thing about it, he discussing it with some of the stuff that his father dealt with. Growing when he was playing in the league, he said they would be coming out. They couldn't eat like at the hotel. He
Right.
couldn't eat
Right,
down
that's
with the regular
segregation.
players. They had to bring his tray up to his room. Yeah. So just imagine dealing with that in the 50s. You know, during that time period, not being able to eat with the team that you travel with, play with. They got to bring your food up. So players would switch out, coaches would switch out, bringing his food up to him.
Wow.
Yeah, and then a lot of times he say they would be spitting on him. You know, he come out the tunnel, they spitting on him, throwing stuff at him.
Just
paper.
imagine that right now. The people in your job, you chilling, doing your job, and somebody spit at you. Like a lot of us want to say that, oh, you know what? I got the temperament to be able to say, oh, okay, I got you.
Right.
But 100% of us is going to wild out.
Right.
We
Right.
losing that job.
Right.
Right.
Your instinct kicking.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, man, it take a very special individual to be that type of trailblazer, man. So, you know, shout out to everybody who did that for us. You know, the only reason we see so far now is because we stand on the shoulders of great teachers.
That's right.
Yes, indeed. And they give us that freedom to have that, hey, I bust you upside of the head, you know, whereas they had to take it.
They had to
They
take
had, they had to take it because they had a bigger plan. They had a
They ate a
bigger,
lot for us.
yeah, they had a bigger
know?
plan for us, man. We got to respect that. And a lot of people, I wouldn't have been able to do that back then. Oh, yes, you would have. If you understood what the struggle was about, you would have did what you had to do to make it to get your people on point.
That's right.
Absolutely.
You know, so
Yeah, that's big, man.
Most definitely.
That's always a great thing to push too, brother. I appreciate you for that.
Appreciate that.
indeed,
Appreciate
man.
that.
Yes, indeed, man. B, that just goes to a testament of who you are as a person. Look, let me tell you something.
Anytime you get readjusted in the seat,
Yeah, it's getting ready to pop off. It's getting ready to pop off.
you love Sean for that.
We all work together. And when we work with people, you can always say, yeah, I like such and such, but. I like such and such, but. They cool, but. You don't have no buts.
That's true.
It's good,
With
man.
anybody across the board, man. Everybody always, man, that's a good
Be
dude.
a good dude.
He a good dude. That's all you hear all the time. He a good dude.
I appreciate that. It's a blessing, man.
Yeah.
Nah, you the blessing. Just understanding us telling you that you the blessing. I know I got a bunch of butts.
Me too.
No, but for real, like everybody who, you know, everybody always show appreciation for what you do, especially if they know you.
Yeah.
And you good working, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't like they
Yeah.
like, man, get the scrub off my team.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
you're not that dude. So
I appreciate
you know what I mean?
that.
Shout outs and respect to you for that.
I seen him
appreciate
hoop.
that, Flip.
I seen him hoop too. I don't think we ever hooped together.
Nah.
But I went to when I was in one of the 3-on-3s and my team, we lost quick. And
I expect
I was
that.
old about it. I was old
I
about
expect
it.
that.
But
Non-athletes
Say
supposed to
lost
be.
quick.
I'm gonna let you have that, bro. I see you
Shots
feeling
fired.
that. You
Shots
you
fired.
feeling that seat properly.
Shout out to the 18th. I got you.
Steve, he doing it. He doing it.
And he ain't lost a step.
Not now,
He
step.
lost a step.
But B got some game on him. I was like, okay, look at him.
Oh, shit. He about 6'8",
Ain't nobody hooping in Snow Mountain. Hold up, though. Oh, wait,
Whoa, that's a
Nobody
shots
hooping. Ain't
fired right there,
Ain't nobody
man.
hooping out there.
That's shots fired.
What'd he say?
Ain't nobody hooping.
Ain't
in
nobody
Stone.
hooping in Stone Mountain. That
Yo, I'm
was
playing
Oh.
Stone Mountain. Shout out to
Yeah.
Stone Mountain, man. I'm
I was
just
gonna say
joking,
you're gonna
man.
take a lot of heat. For
Yeah,
that.
I already know. I'm gonna take a lot of heat for just saying it and playing.
He can't get the read
I
and
already
roll.
know. I already know. Trust me. All my dreads out in the mountain gonna be like, yo, why? What you talking about?
Yeah.
I already know.
Oh, they got some talent coming out
there's
of
a lot
Stone
of
Mountain.
talent. Yeah, a lot of talent in the mountain. That's dope.
I remember the first time I went to Stevenson out there to visit. I was dating a little chick out there. I thought she was in college because that campus was like amazing. I said, "Damn, this is high school."
They got that money out there.
Oh man, he ain't gonna tell you everything.
My lips are sealed, brother.
That's dope.
Oh yeah, it was all love out there. Great facility, great marching band too. You know?
Yeah, our marching
was
band
heavy.
is real good. We got a good football. Our football program is really what runs the school, though.
The football?
To be honest with you, yeah. Shout out to Coach Gartrell. Coach Gartrell puts 10, 20, 30 kids in college every year.
They go up to that.
Big shout out to
Big
you.
shout out.
And he's been doing that for years,
Right.
20 plus years.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Oh yeah, that's major.
Yes, sir.
That's major, man.
My apologies, Stone Mountain. I promise you it was just a joke. I knew better.
I'm not even gonna say
I
that.
know better. I was just taking a shot at B, man. I know better. Man. I'm sorry. Big ups to y'all.
Oh man, but yeah, man. Also, man, I'm gonna keep it on you for a minute.
Okay.
So just roll with me.
I
Huh?
could take the
Okay.
punches. I could take it.
Lately, we getting a lot of conversations about men not wanting to be married.
Oh, man.
I'm hearing it a lot. I don't know why, but I'm hearing it a lot.
Okay.
You're not married.
I wasn't talking to you, brother.
I gotta represent for my boy. I gotta represent for my brother. You gotta know the seat you're sitting in.
It look like he coming
feeling
for that seat over
Right,
there,
he
bro.
trying to take the
I don't want nobody
They know that's what it will sound. That's what it sound like,
in the
bro.
hunger room, you gotta know who you are. You gotta represent.
This when you bring the studio audience in here.
I think somebody got a question.
Right.
Look who walked through the door.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Damn.
Oh, this is
Oh, man.
interesting. Let's get into this.
Yeah. So I'm getting that whole aura. But you, happily married. Congratulations, man.
Appreciate that.
Is it still newlywed? Like, y'all right on the cusp of...
Yeah, it's about 5-6 months.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Oh
still-
man,
yeah,
congratulations.
Yeah.
Fresh.
Congratulations. Black love wins.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wanted to highlight that.
Yeah.
And I wanted him to be able to speak on it just for you. What was it, especially in today's society, like it's brand new. You know, of course we can talk to him he got the years in the game.
Right.
You just kind of getting into it. What was it that made you say, this is where I need to be and this is where I'm going to, as a black man, you know, compared to what society and social media says about the black man and love and marriage and all of those things. How did it touch you?
Well, I guess what got me was growing up seeing my mom and dad. My mom and dad been married 40 years. So growing up, I was able to see the good, the bad, the ugly, the good times. I was able to see all that.
Right.
And then I was able to see them now and them to still show that love and compassion for each other. So growing up, I had that as my example.
Okay.
So that was one of the things that, of course, helped shape and mold my reasoning behind that. But then just when you meet a good woman, a good queen who holds you down, who got your back, it's a plus. You know what I mean? And it's always a plus to have that in your corner. And I know Crespo can attest to that.
Absolutely. Oh yeah. Got it.
What you got to say about that? Yeah,
I'm
go
a-
ahead. Jump
I'm
on
a-
with it.
Come on,
Definitely
come on
got
with
to
it.
be aligned, man. You know, it's with social media and it's a quick fix for everybody. You know,
What you mean?
with social media. Social media to me has taken out what you're supposed to do when you're courting or dating.
Okay.
You know, you can get straight to the draws. Let's just keep it a buck. You know what I mean?
That inbox.
Meet and smash.
Right. I
The
mean,
DM.
but
DM
but-
goes down in the DM.
exactly
Goes down.
in the DM.
Down.
That should be jamming though. I like it. You throwing me off, and I ain't even had no dirty water.
I'm sorry, bro.
I
I'm sorry.
Well, I've been married for 12 years, right? So prior to me getting married, there wasn't like heavy social media, nothing like that. You had to have a mouthpiece and actually live by what you say.
Oh, we were still writing notes.
Yeah, you know,
I wasn't 12 years.
we might have exchanged email addresses and just kept it connection like that. You know what I mean? Hit me by email or whatever and write letters and actually mailed them.
Yeah.
And fortunately, I was, since I work where I do, where I had the luxury of going to visit back and forth to Virginia to keep that connection. And with Key, I mean, when I talk about Sean, I get a little nervous because I really like my wife.
I know.
I love her, but I have that like factor in it.
I think
You know
that's
what I
very
mean?
important.
Let me ask y'all something.
Go ahead.
Because we got two married individuals on the show today, man.
Mm-hmm.
So for somebody like us who ain't married, man,
Mm-hmm.
how has being married and had that one focus in your life helped you achieve like your next goals? Like speak on being married. Like if we gonna talk about that,
Right.
really speak on what that help meet or help mate, depending on who you are. Speak on how that helps us.
Well, first thing first, it keeps you grounded,
Mm-hmm.
and for me, it keeps me from doing something stupid.
Right.
Respect.
I can attest to that.
Respect.
So just being able to have that foundation and being able to understand that marriage is a commitment, and everybody doesn't want to be married. You know what I mean? And I encourage men to make sure they fully understand what that commitment is. And if they're not ready for it and don't want to do it, then don't.
And don't.
Right.
It's no reason for you to do it if you don't want to do it.
Right.
Now, if you have a woman that's forcing you to do it, then that's already a negative. It should be something you should want to do, right?
Right.
So I just encourage men to take that into consideration, and if it's something you want to do it. If it's not, do your thing.
What about you? Give us a 12-year
Oh,
experience.
man.
Yeah, you got 12 years.
Because
in the game.
it was funny about this conversation right here is I'm kind of always on Crespo about giving us the married version of whatever it is we're
Right.
talking about. But since we're talking about actual marriage, like I feel like now
Yeah.
I don't want you being nervous, bro.
I ain't nervous at all. I mean, shit, I had her on the show.
And you got no Saints gear, so I'm gonna put that on there to build a little extra nerves.
Please, and I'm
Wow.
gonna explain the situation after
But
the
not
show.
now. We talking about marriage.
I
I
wasn't
know.
gonna bring that up, Crespo.
I know.
I swear I
I
wasn't
definitely
gonna bring
was
that
bringing
up.
it
I
up.
promise I wasn't gonna bring that
But
up.
for real, like yo, like a lot of I definitely want to hear from you when it comes to that whole, because you and your wife been together for a minute, and we're like I see y'all, it's like yo, there it is.
They're
That's
like
that
boyfriend
black
and
love.
girlfriend.
Yeah,
still.
man,
You know,
that
they say,
shit
that's your
be
wife.
crazy.
Yeah, that's my
That shit
girl
be
right there.
crazy.
You
Right.
gotta continue to court and date your wife.
Right.
I tell Sean, here and there, never make yourself predictable. Always remain spontaneous.
Yeah.
Is a reason why this is persevere, because I try to keep it up a level. And don't get it twisted. You don't have to have money to have a good time. If it's genuine, it'll always come easy.
That's a big
Especially if you really care about that person. And they care about you. You know what I mean?
I learned a lot from this guy.
Jewels, I know.
I learned a lot
Yo,
from this
that's
dude.
a
I ain't
big
playing.
For real.
That's a big one.
I ain't
You know what I
lying.
mean? It's
learned
cool
a lot
to,
from him.
it's cool to, spend a few dollars, have a good time or whatever, but keep things fresh. Always keep her guessing. Trust me, I'm no relationship expert, no marriage counselor or nothing like that. But like I told you, I really like that woman.
Yeah.
And I do what I gotta do to keep that thing sharp, man. You know what I mean? Had 2 beautiful kids, and they just shed light and they keep us grounded, man. Keep me whole. You know what your priorities are, And I appreciate her for, letting me balance my life, because I love fellowshipping with you brothers. You know what I mean? I could be at home making bacon and eggs or whatever.
I knew you was gonna say cooking breakfast.
'Cause I'm a breakfast cat.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I do. I'm
knew
a
it was gonna
breakfast
say
cat.
I like breakfast, so I know they wanted to.
Bro, I wanted to, bro. You in my house, if you ever spend a night in my house, 7 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm busting pots and pans. He know when we was roommates.
Yeah.
It smelled like Waffle House every morning.
Hey man,
he getting it in.
I'm gonna hold you to that too, man.
He real now.
Over there, but he gonna do it though.
He gonna do it.
I got.
He got the room too, so
Oh yeah,
we
plenty
got
of space. Y'all always welcome, man. Definitely.
I spent the night last time. I wasn't trying to.
Sure wasn't. I remember that. I remember that.
But definitely.
But I'm grown.
Like I said, man, don't rush it. Marriage is not for everybody, you know. And for the ladies, don't let one man's foolishness make you miss out on a blessing from somebody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We ain't all cut from the same cloth or whatever. You know, you can't fault us for something somebody else did. But
I always wanted to talk about that from the married aspect, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of them agree with me.
We be in there. We be in here. I be like, yo, give him that. Give it to him.
Shout out. But shout out to Miss Crespo, definitely.
Yes, indeed.
Appreciate you, definitely.
Can I ask y'all another question?
Yeah,
We
sure,
talking
man.
About marriage?
Go ahead.
Most I had
All day.
what are some of the obstacles that actually like that come with actually being married or committed at the level of marriage? You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, wow.
Because I'm pretty sure that like as soon as you say I'm sorry, I'm married, then all of a sudden like the pressure ramps up.
Oh, it ain't no. Oh yeah, it is some pressure.
Yeah, no, I mean it might not be pressure that you actually, but you know it's pressure from the actual women that are asking. So how does that like? How do you deal with that?
Oh man,
help us.
I remember back in the days when you met somebody who was married. That was like repellent.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Oh, girl, don't do that. He married. Da. They keep their distance.
Right.
But man, when they find out you're involved or married, your stock goes through the roof.
I believe it.
Nowadays, you know what I mean? Because more than likely, 9 times out of 10, they've got somebody too. Yeah. And nobody's gonna get anybody burnt or whatever. But you got to know what your priorities are. Those, you know, that's an obstacle. You know, you're constantly being hit on here and there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But and another obstacle would be
Explain it,
so
bro.
many, man.
Explain it. Just give us one.
So many.
Yeah, no, just give us one. Because on the real, people like me and Sean, like we need to understand what we be getting into.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can speak from being single, but like for real, since we got people that's married today, I really would want to hear from y'all.
If your significant other is a spender and you're a saver, that could be an obstacle too. You have to have
as far as letting the outside pressures get to you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's what I want, like the outside pressures.
Oh, or the outside.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like it's like how does that like that outside pressure get to like because every relationship has a situation. Every situation is a situation. That's what I guess I'm saying. But that outside pressure that when it comes in, because everybody feels that, right? So how do you continue to stay committed? Like what is it? I guess my real question for you guys is what drives you in your marriage?
And I think he said a key word is obstacle. And I like to use the word adversity because if when you think about a marriage, you know, you think about happy. That's just not how it is.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I always use the illustration: with good you have bad, with hot you have cold, with negative you have a positive. So you're always gonna have those adversities that you go through as a couple. So the main thing is being able to fight through that and deal with that. Know it's coming, and just the main thing is, I hate to sound cliche, but communication. You know what I mean? Because you have times where you disagree on things. But the key word is the communication. And just, you know, I disagree with you on this.
You have to compromise too.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And then just being able to compromise on certain things. And like I said, me growing up, I had that example of seeing it, and that kind of helped mold me to who I am today.
Gotcha.
Let me ask you this. Do you think you get more attention now that you are married and you wear the ring? Do you think you get more attention than you did when you was just out there as a single guy?
I guess the attention comes in a different form. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times,
that, please.
And the thing is, because just in Atlanta, and I'm sure it's like that in a lot of places, the ratio is just, it's so many women to men. So a lot of times you're just gonna get attention anyway. You know what I mean? Because it's just more women than it is than men. So I think now, you know, the first thing is a lot of times when a woman would ask, "Hey, are you married?" They see the ring, so they know. So now those questions are a little different. You know what I
Right.
mean? How long you been married? You know what I mean? Are you happy? You know, and then it's like, okay, you see what I'm saying? So that's
I need to go buy me a wedding band.
Go buy one. Buy a cheap one.
I feel you.
Yeah, so that's the difference now, as opposed to a woman just coming up and saying, you know, are you married? And I said no, and then she said, okay, well, but now it's just different. The questions are just different.
Yeah, it's
It's
funny.
pretty aggressive.
It's funny you kind of bring that up because I remember in my not so distant past asking, like, you meet somebody and you're vibing or whatever, and she's like, well, you know, I kind of got a boyfriend, and the first thing out of my mouth be like, you don't like him though. Super cocky, and I, you know, and then as soon as she smiled, I'm like,
Assertive.
Shots fired.
Yeah.
Let's get shots.
you don't like him. I mean, he there because you're comfortable, but you don't like him though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then they be like, oh my God, why you say that? Once you say that, I was like, okay, so you're available.
There it is.
Yeah, there it is.
Available.
Hey, our equivalent to that is you happy?
Yeah.
Is you happy though?
Yeah. Yeah. T.I. said that though, right? I remember that. Yeah.
Remember, an old head told me if you could make them giggle, you could make them wiggle.
Oh,
I heard that
I
before.
said,
That's tough.
right.
That's tough.
I said, look at this guy.
But on the real, like, marriage is a real serious, like, commitment. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's you
What it is.
to break a vow in front of your creator, if that's what you do and that's what you believe in, like, that's major. So to be married is like, I commend y'all for that. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And it's
I
actually
appreciate
something that
that.
one day that I want to be able to say, I want to have that commitment to somebody too.
Me too.
You know, I want to be able to do that same thing and the same trials and tribulations y'all go through. I want to be able to say, nah, I remember when, you know what I mean, such and such was there. You wasn't rocking with me before. Well, you wasn't shooting with me in the gym.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I want to be able to be on that type deal,
Yeah.
like
Right.
that type deal too,
Yeah.
because you know I know how it gets. As soon as women see you like somebody,
Oh, yeah.
period. You ain't got to be married. As soon as
Yeah.
they see you like somebody, all of a sudden, oh, I
start
seen
servicing.
you. I seen you with.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Where your little friend
Where
is?
your little
Where your little
friend
friend?
Yeah, the little friend,
What?
yeah.
Look at all
They
these,
gotta be
look at all
little.
these thumbs going down right now.
Yeah, that's how that go, right? Women, y'all hear
You
that,
killing
right?
the show, Flex. Don't do that.
My bad.
Another one.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you right, dude. You know what, man? You ever been out with your homies and you get no play?
No.
But as soon as you
Actually,
with your
I'm lying.
but with you with your homegirl, with your homegirl or your wife or whatever,
Oh, my God.
everybody
In
wanna.
your face. All in your
I'm
face.
telling you, I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah. Nah, that's wild though.
It
That's
is.
wild. But
I
that
don't know. I
marriage
call
thing
it like
is
a
big.
game of musical chairs, man. When you get up there in age, when the music stops playing,
You better be sitting down with
will
somebody.
you have a chair?
Will you have a chair?
Did he just say
Yo.
that? Did he just say that?
I don't know what you got to hear.
I don't know what the fuck.
Hey, and you know what the worst thing in the world is? When the music stop playing, all the chairs are full, and you like, dang, you got to take that L.
That's it. You out,
Take
baby.
that L.
You out.
You got to
You
take
look
that
around.
walk like Bruce Banner at the end of the show.
I'm telling you.
Bruce Banner at the end of the show walking down that street by himself with that bag.
Yeah, man. On his way out.
By himself going to the next city.
Musical chairs, baby.
But let me ask y'all, while we on this, man, now.
Oh, we
Yeah,
got-
let
we
me ask
good.
y'all. Yeah, let me ask y'all.
good.
So, you know, in the things that you've had to accomplish, because you always hear that, you know, if you really, like, you hear people say, if you really want to get to where you want to go in life, man, focus on one woman that's going to absolutely support you. And the support that both of you have received from your wives, like, how is that? Like, explain that to people like me and Sean who haven't made that level. Like, how has that pushed you? What is that drive like?
Man,
Is it words you can put on that?
Man, the support system you have is just, man, my wife is my biggest fan. You know what I mean?
That's dope, man.
Yeah, she's my
Congratulations.
biggest fan. You know what I mean? She, you know, if I drop something, she'll look at it. She's the first person to look at it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I put out some clothing, she'll wear it. You know what I mean? Take a picture, advertise it. You know what I mean?
First person to share.
She's the first person to do it. So I mean, that's like my biggest, supporter. Yeah. So. I think that when a man has that, it just helps him to be able to go harder. You know what I mean? And that's what helped me.
Likewise, definitely.
Gotcha.
I ain't got much, but I mean, I agree everything B. White said. Yeah. You know.
Hey,
You know, I'm trying to get as much
I'm-
tutelage as possible where I can
Oh, you good, brother?
from my married constituents. You know what I'm saying?
I hope when
try
they
to
watch
make it
this,
up.
you know, we don't discourage anybody from not getting married or whatever. It's a beautiful thing, man.
But it is work.
It is. Oh,
But we ain't
if
saying
it was
nothing
easy,
negative.
wouldn't nobody do
We
it?
ain't saying nothing negative. If you ask the average woman, and you know a lot of stuff I like to say when we have women on here.
Sure.
If you ask the average woman, you know, why do men complain about marriage being bad? And I'm like, what dudes are you talking to? And the overall sense is that you hear guys complaining about being married more so than guys that are happy about being married. I'm around people like y'all
No.
Yeah.
to where I hear the good stuff, and I see how the wives have upgraded. I won't say upgraded, but been a great support system and a great centerpiece for what makes you want to be better as a man.
Yeah.
You know, so when I hear those stories, and yeah, I hear the bad stories. I hear where dudes just tired.
Yeah.
And they just out there, they don't have no respect for themselves. That's when it boils down to. You don't have no respect for yourself. So you out here trying to do this, do that, whatever, and you in the wrong circles. But overall, I don't hear all the men talking about they hate being married. I just don't hear it.
I don't hear that either.
I don't hear it.
I don't know what you guys go through, but I honestly, like, I hear people complain when their situation ain't ideal, but I don't never hear them say, I don't want to go home and get them oxtails and be able to get them cheeks and be able to be around my family. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to not be there. Like, and I think somehow in this whole relationship thing, people end up pushing each other away because of the negative. One of my OGs always told me sometimes we focus on negative way too much and not the positive. You can focus on 1 or 2 or 3 or 10 negative things, but it's 1,000 positive things
that we
because those things irritate you just enough to focus on them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's something that one of my OGs, shout out to Nation, man. I'm gonna give him a shout out real quick. But that's one thing that he say. But I do got a question for y'all.
Yeah.
If I can.
We got time.
Okay, bet. And this is kind of a wild question.
Okay. You hear that?
I'm ready.
Said wow.
I'm ready.
Said wow.
But I do-
wow. Said wow.
But I'm gonna
ready.
pull it up, and because I really want to know. Yeah, I mean, let's go. So check it. Being in a married situation, is it okay for you or your wife to withhold sex from the other one because you're upset with the person that you're supposed to be loving?
Is it okay?
I gotta drop that for my people. I gotta drop it.
Now you know
For
we
mi
got
gente.
to retain that question because the next one we have in here, we got to ask them that too.
Right.
So
I ain't got nothing to do with that. I might
Well,
not be.
well,
I might be
I like
studio
both
audience.
sides.
But when I get to sit down, when I sit
but we got the married men right now. They gonna give us
married
theirs,
men, yeah.
and we gonna get theirs when they
Yeah,
get
because
in.
I've heard various interpretations of this, and you know what? I just want to know how you feel about how y'all feel about that. Is that something like how do you handle those situations, and is that okay?
Y'all need some time to think about it.
Hell no, I don't need no time to think about it.
Hey, KO 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's fucked up if they're upset that they don't want to sleep with you, whatever the case may be. But just because she's upset, I mean, she ain't got a right to be submissive to you. You know what I mean? Some women might, you know, they might say, hey, why you looking at me like that?
Because I'm just listening to your
There's
words.
that look. There's that look.
Don't do that, B. Don't do that.
It's been plenty. Trust me, dog. Trust me, bro. It's been plenty of nights where I go to bed frustrated because we ain't on the same page. You know what I mean? Whatever. It'll get better.
So
That's
I
not
can't
permanent.
sleep. How can you?
you don't
sleep?
get to take it?
Cause I like
Because, no, the
No,
reason
we not doing it.
pause. We gonna edit that part anyway, so I ain't worried about that.
For real, because I've heard that. I've heard that once.
Really?
Tell me y'all ain't heard this.
I've
And if-
heard
if
it, but
I-
I'm like,
I don't know.
let
I'm
him
not
finish.
saying I agree with it,
Go ahead.
but I've heard that people like, yeah, man, it's your wife. Yo, if you, yeah, man, you go ahead and just bloop, and it's y'all do what y'all do.
We don't do that around here.
And
Nah.
I
We don't
agree.
do that around
First of
here.
all, let me say that for everybody out there listening, I agree. But I do want you to understand that there's men
There's
out here who
people out
feel
there
like
that do
that
think
say that, like, yo, man, if we marry, you can't tell me no.
Wow.
Men and women. Let me say that. Men and women.
Yeah.
I've heard that from.
I can say this speaking from my point of view. Now, if you have a bad day, like if you have a bad day at work, or let's say your tire's flat, you're tired, and you come home and you're just not in the mood. What do you think your wife or girl or whatever, if she wants to have,
She want to smash.
yeah, and you're not in the mood?
I'm having flats, tired. I'm not in the mood to smash.
Yeah. My motto is
some energy for that.
my motto is if you get it up, get on it. If you get it up, get on it.
Look,
but I'm gonna lay here. But
I can dig that because it's like sometimes it's like, hey, man, look, man. If you feel like working, all right, let's go. Because you see, I'm ready.
Right.
So, I'm being serious, man. When I asked that question to Mary, because I literally know a lot of my island fam, and I don't want to put y'all out there like that, but I am. But they'll say, man, like, yo, that's me regardless.
I ain't taking nothing, bro.
Yeah.
I just had to go to bed. Shit'll get better later. You know what I mean? You gotta think. Whatever you want. Hey,
And then let me.
I'm 12 years into this thing. It's been nice where she's been pissed off or whatever the case may be. She ain't in the mood. Come home, the house messed up, got to deal with kids and shit or whatever. That stuff plays a role. You know what I mean?
Now we can do this the easy way, or we can
But check it. If I'm upset and if the roles are reversed or whatever, and she want action, I'm gonna be there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's the thing with us.
We gonna be
don't
there
care.
regardless.
Even when we mad,
Yeah.
I want action.
Action.
I'm gonna tell you, and Crispo touched on it too, man. A good night's sleep,
Yeah.
you wake up, you feel refreshed. You know what I mean? Stuff y'all be done argued about the night before, man. Y'all be like, man, you know what? I ain't even tripping on that.
And quiet as kept. Some of that morning wood better than that late night
Absolutely,
wood. Huh?
yeah.
Most
definitely.
Yeah, that's all good. Hey, that's part of compromising in a marriage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I appreciate y'all for
if I'm gonna be there, yeah, sure,
for being
absolutely.
vulnerable enough to actually explain that to those of us who who aren't in that situation.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I might be a little stubborn right now. I'd be like, man, you ain't giving up last night. Now I don't want it anymore. I'm busy.
I do stuff like that
You know why we do stuff like that?
because we can move on to something else.
Yep. And that's not.
We ain't
that's
got to
not
work on
necessary.
that situation right there.
Right.
I know what I be doing wrong. I just ain't put the effort towards fixing it yet.
And you got a PS5.
And I got a PS5, so I don't need nobody.
He don't
I don't need
nobody.
nobody.
He don't need nobody.
Nobody. I had a PS5 in my right hand and lotion.
Oh.
So I don't.
That was just too much for me. I don't know about y'all. That was too much for me. That's crazy.
You crazy.
We having some grown combo.
He got a PS5.
No. Yo, I appreciate you being here on a day. I'm actually sitting in for Ralph. So, you know what I'm saying? Normally, I be sitting and I had to
I can't tell. You sound just like him.
Over there with the
That's
hate.
my brother. That's my brother, man. Shout out to the 18th, man. You
Shout
can't
out,
spell room
shout
without the 18th letter, man.
Yes, indeed.
Let's go.
What's up?
We should have let you put his glasses on. You would have came in here
If
with
I'd
the
have came
super
here with
black.
the glasses and the
With
ball
the super
head,
black. Oh my god.
bro,
yeah.
if we would have did that,
Oh yeah.
that would have been crazy. Hey, we might have something coming. We might have to think about doing something like
we
that.
gotta do something like that. Let me ask you something, Fleck. Do you find it hard being single right now?
Ooh, good question.
Do I find it hard being single? Yes.
In Atlanta or just
Period. Just
Okay.
period.
So let me explain to you why I find it hard being single. Because Atlanta is actually, period, not just Atlanta. It's a lot of women out here that you can easily connect with, but how deep is the connection? I'm somebody who want to see how far our foxhole go. You know what I'm saying? Like I have like it's some women out here that I do some things for, and there's some women out here that I do anything for. You know what I'm saying? So and that's the difference. And then and not to sound on some bullshit, but and I apologize for cursing, Mom, because I don't want to call at 6:30 in the morning. But not to be on no craziness, like it's the connection that always matters when you're dealing with somebody. Like, how deep do you guys connect? Are y'all connected just physically? Are y'all connected just mentally? Is it an emotional thing? Is it something you share emotionally? Like both of y'all lost parents, so you can kind of vibe on that level. You know what I'm saying? Is it a financial thing where both of y'all look like, yo, he going up, she going up, like, let's do this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For me, honestly, it's a connection of all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want somebody who understands me. And I know I'm complicated because I can be emotional in 1 minute and that shit can drop at a drop of a dime. That emotion. So if you riding that emotional wave and all of a sudden, like I'm like the Little Prince. I don't know if y'all remember that joint. I put my joint up in the air and I catch a comet to a whole nother planet.
Right.
And next thing you know what I'm saying? It's not emotional. It's a fiscal thing. Like, what are we doing?
Right.
You feel me? So it's just, for me, I know it's different. You know what I mean? But definitely, man, like dating is hard because I'm hard. And not on just the person I'm dealing with, but on myself. Okay. Because if I can't complete you the way I see that you, like the way I feel that you deserve, I'm gonna always question that. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably something that's a fault of my own. And that's something I ask my married people up here, like, how do you deal with that? How do you deal with saying, like, yo, I rock with Shorty hard. I really rock with her. But am I really the person for her? You know? Because I want to be the best person for whoever I'm around.
Right.
Not just friendships, but relationships, like whatever. Co-workers, like you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how I am at work. I try to be like, you know, I'm Michelle Obama pause at work because I always take the high road. You know me. I tell people like, I take the high road. There's people at the job who I really want to punch in the face. Right. But I'm really on some Ralph shit today. There's people at the job I really want to punch in the face.
It's that seat. That's what it is.
It's the seat.
It's the seat.
But at the same time, it's like you got to teach them to elevate too. You know what I'm saying? So I ask y'all as married people, like, how do y'all get to that level to where it's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going to put all my eggs in this basket. Because our whole life we've been taught not to throw all your eggs in one basket.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So, Crespo, I'm going to start with you. Because B. White giving jewels. Okay. But you got 12 years in. And you are too.
Okay. I appreciate that.
But you know I be on you about this type shit anyway. So I got to get at you.
What's up? What's up?
Talk to him, Crespo.
Yeah, talk to me, man.
Oh, man.
How do you do that? How did you focus that? What made you say that, yo, I'm just going to put everything over here. I'm going to roll one dice. It's either a 4, 5, 6, or I drop, or I ace.
Prior to me getting married, I had a lot of older women I would date. So I put a lot of stuff in perspective when I decided to get married.
Right.
You know what I mean? I didn't really date that much, but from my previous relationships, I always took something from that, and I learned from that, and to apply it to the next one. And so when I decided to, I think I was talking to Sean. I went and bought a ring with her. I said, dude, we were roommates.
Yeah, I know.
I said, man, I think I'm gonna ask her or whatever. And she would stay with us or whatever here and there. He knew what it was. He had the damn apartment to himself for the whole time pretty much while I was at her crib. You know what I mean? But I was like, you know what? To me, it wasn't nothing else out there.
Knock the whole helmet off.
Yeah.
Got him nervous over here, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
you
good.
talking about the real.
Yeah.
My bad, Ralph.
I think I was 27, 28, almost 30 or something like that.
Right.
And then me visiting it, and then also talking to her dad. I did it traditionally. You know, I was nervous as hell, but got his blessing. And how was it? She was home for me. She completed me. I felt like home. And that's how, that's how I felt.
Yeah.
What you be?
It really a similar situation. Dating prior to, and you always take things from your previous relationships and try to apply them to your, you know what I mean, just in
Your own experience.
in a better way. You know what I mean? So you learn, you live and you learn. And with that's what really helped me. And then it's just when you have a good woman, she's kind of everything. You know what I mean?
Y'all compliment each other.
Yeah, she's everything. Y'all compliment. You know what I mean? And it for some, I think some make it harder than it is. And I think that's what happens a lot of times. You don't want to overthink everything, but you just take your time, and that's the main thing. Time. Take your time. There's no rush. You know what I mean? Like it's no rush. Fill each other out, and then like Crespo said, you ain't gotta have a lot of money. A lot of times, man, you can walk down the street and just be tripping out. You know what I mean? And that's a good thing because money ain't everything. You know what I mean? So.
Those are the best times.
Yeah, those are the best times when you don't have all the money and you just kicking it.
When they know it's genuine, you just feel that different type of energy when it's genuine.
Right. When that vibe
you can't buy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't put no
It's priceless, dude.
Because honestly, man, when I see you with your wife, man, like that's when you in your whole glory. And I done seen you with Jets glory. I just done seen you riding around, but when you when you with your family, bro.
Yeah.
And that's why I always be on you, like, yo, get that family perspective.
I'm telling you,
because you like the mode you in today,
right?
Like this is how I always be wanting to see you. That's why I want the world to see you because it's like you really care about that, and I want you to let people like myself and Sean, but Sean probably know better than I do,
right?
But like I just want you to let us know, like, yo, what that feeling is like, so we can strive for the same type feeling,
right?
You know,
I'm not feeling this Saint stuff he got on though. That's I'm not. You said you was gonna talk to him about that.
You know what? On the real,
I was gonna bring it up.
On the real, he got so far into being like Crespo that we know.
I know how he is. That's his second team.
I was letting him. I was slick. What else? Slick letting him slide.
It's all right. Forget all three of y'all. I got time today.
All three of y'all.
I got time today.
He said he got time today.
Hey, it's been everybody know who I roll with. It's my second squad, okay? But lately it's been hard for me to smile. All right.
That's what's up.
It's been hard for me to smile. I told B White, man, before the show started, I want to ride downtown ATL and somebody go like, "What up, bruh?
Yeah.
Who that nation?" You know, feel like a winner. I want to be a winner, goddamn.
But look, new things are on the horizon.
Yeah, right? They are. They are.
But y'all real big out there in Cobb, man. I know the Jets fans is like huge. I forgot the name of the bar over
Matsey's.
there. Yeah, see.
Matsey's. Shout out to Matsey's.
You already knew what I was talking about. They real big out there. Bro, every time I ride past there in my bill stuff, everybody be side-eyeing me, and I just wave.
Check out that. If you're a Jet fan, definitely, man. I know it's a lot of New Yorkers in town stuff, but check out Massey, man. It take care of you definitely out there. Home of the New York Jets.
Jersey Jets. It's only one New York team, the Bills.
All right.
Ouch.
Come on. Wow. We just
only one.
We just going. That's fine. Don't do that to me today.
Look, the man was vulnerable. He opened up. He talked about. You still
we division rivals.
Right up in the in his face though. You did in his face. You did by.
He just gunner like. He just gunner like.
That's my guy though. That's
my
guy. Like 100%. That's my guy. But so if I'm gonna gut him, I'm gonna gut him in front of everybody else. So y'all know I'm not playing with y'all.
Right.
Bills,
y'all don't come
Mafia.
try to do it.
I'm not playing.
It's all good though.
Hey, B White, man, appreciate you, brother, man. Hey, man. Tell the people where they can find all your information, the program, all that stuff, man.
Yeah, man. You can follow me on Instagram. I'm at Positive B White. I'm actually on everything at Positive B White. I wanted to make it real easy. Okay. That's Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, all that, and then on YouTube at Positive Passionate Motivated.
Okay,
that's dope.
Then, check out the website. www.positivepassionatemotivated.com.
All right. Yeah, you got some good stuff on there, man. You also had some interviews. You got interviews. You got you got some good stuff on there, man. It's pretty entertaining, man.
That brother's truly genuine, truly a stand-up guy.
I get a picture with him, man, on my page, so you know.
Man, bro, hey, shout out to Charles Daughtry too, man. He went on his page one time. He was like, "Yo, if you was my son-in-law," I
was like, that's my OG, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to my OG.
Baltimore in the building.
If you get a chance, man, check. His crab cakes are phenomenal, man.
Yeah.
The crab cakes are phenomenal. Check those out.
Coming to get some.
Okay.
Bad.
Yeah, but man, we got somewhere to be.
Oh,
y'all holding us up right now. Oh, not you, B.
No, definitely not
Not you, brother.
Go on, check out Montana's. We be there after the show.
We
I
going to
gotta hit the breakdown today.
Huh?
I gotta hit the breakdown for real.
Yeah, you got to find something real philosophical and introspective.
Break it
I didn't
down.
know about this, so whatever comes out my mouth is yours.
Bring us home, Flex.
So you gotta
y'all
wait for the
talking right now.
breakdown.
I gotta
though.
wait for the breakdown,
You gotta wait for
though.
the breakdown.
Yeah.
We can run out stuff there. The breakdown, you got to come with something heavy.
I got you.
You know. But man,
Glad that brother came.
yeah,
today.
me too, man. I
Yeah,
told you.
positive B, man.
We've been trying to get
Yo,
this together for the
real.
longest,
No,
man.
man.
I said, nah, we
Good to
gotta
have
make
you
it
here.
happen,
We
man.
had to make it
He's
happen,
a good
man.
guy. I had to get him in. He be trying to get me in the house games too, so you know I'm rolling with him.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir. Yes, sir.
The guy, all the guys want to carry, all the ladies want to marry. I ain't mad at him. Be white.
Be right up in
That's
here,
my
man.
guy.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all having me on, man. It was fun kicking it with y'all today, man.
Thank you, man.
It's all good.
Oh, it's coming.
man.
It's coming.
It's rolling up right now, bro.
This it?
Uh,
So, yo, today, I guess, in spirit of Ralph, man, and his breakdown, man, yo, we talked a lot about marriage. We talked a lot about positivity with
Yes.
my man B. White over here. Yo, when it comes to that whole whole institution of marriage, man, make sure you truly committed. Make sure that is exactly what you want to be. Make sure that we showing the people behind us and the people before us the respect that they deserve. You know what I mean? Shout out to Crespo. I'm gonna get Crespo because I'm always on Crespo about giving the married version of whatever it is we talking about.
yeah, it is.
But on the real, man, yo, I love y'all. Soundproof Hunger Room, Rude Intellect,
Yes, indeed.
Positive B White,
Call it Pod.
Khaled Parshawn,
Afro-Rican.
Afro Rican.
Hey.
Everything we do for y'all, man, we do out of love.
Indeed.
We appreciate everybody who ever tuned in, even
Yes,
if it was
indeed.
only once.
Yes, indeed.
And
We
look at
love
that
y'all.
damn book club, too. Get y'all ass in that book club. I ain't forgot.
Von Moody was talking about something if you really look.
Right. We love y'all, man. Y'all take it easy.
I forgot about that part. The whole end of it. I forgot that.